Yeah, good evening. See, already 4 classes completed. So this is 5th class. So 4 classes, those who missed, you'll get a recorded videos. No need to worry about that. Okay. Day 1, I taught what is full stack Java. Day 2, I taught how to learn Java. Okay. Day 3, Java environment I explained. Day 4, I taught identifiers, keywords, and literals. Okay. So day 1, you studied just what is full stack Java. Day 2, you studied how to learn Java. Day 3, you studied Java environment, like platform independent concept. Okay. Day 4, you studied. Today, day 5. Okay. These 4 videos, recorded videos, you'll get it. No need to worry about that. Okay. So first class only I explained about this course. What exactly full stack Java with the diagrams I explained. Okay. Second class I explained how to learn Java, because learning Java style also important. How you are learning, how to learn. So that is also most important. That is 6 steps are there. The 6 steps I explained. Okay. And what is Java? Java environment, that is explained. JDK, JRE, and Java platform independent, platform dependent, JVM compilation, execution process I explained. So after that, programming related subject, Saturday class I started. Identifiers, keywords, literals. Okay. Today, 5th class. These 4 days recorded sessions, you'll get it. Those who missed, no need to worry about that. You'll get a recorded sessions. Okay. Google Classroom link also, after 2-3 days, you'll get it. Okay. Now, the videos also I'll share in Google Classroom. Google Classroom I'll share. And even you'll get it to your mail ID also. Recorded sessions. Okay. But only starting these 5-6 sessions, you may get it. But further recordings will not be provided. Okay. It should be very regular. See these recording sessions. See day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. These 4. These 4 recorded sessions. You can watch these videos, YouTube private videos. Okay. If any non-technical doubts are there, you can contact admins. Like these are admin numbers, WhatsApp numbers. This is only WhatsApp. Okay. Otherwise, if you want, you can take a snap. These 4 recorded videos, admin numbers, you can contact. If any non-technical doubts are there, you can contact. No need to worry about notes. No need to worry about duration. In a short period, good subject, I'll show you. In a short period, good subject, I'll show you. But you should be very regular. You should work hard. Then only you'll reach your target. Okay. See, identifiers, keywords, literals. These 3 concepts you studied Saturday. I'll ask some questions. Give me answer. How many rules are there? Identifiers. 5 rules. 5 rules are there. Okay. First rule, in identifier, can I write capital letter? Can I write small letter? Can I write digits? Can I write underscore? Dollar symbol? Other symbols? No. Capital letters, small letters, digits, underscore, dollar. These only allowed. That is first rule. Okay. Second rule, it must begins with alphabet, underscore, or dollar symbol. Okay. Digit not allowed as a first letter. Length of the identifier. Is there any limit? No limit. Okay. Can I write any other than underscore dollar symbols? No. Can I write spaces? No, spaces not allowed. These 5 rules are there. You have to remember. Okay. At present, total, how many keywords are there? 50 keywords. Keywords, can I write capital letters? No, all keywords compulsory, small letters only. How many keywords presently not in use? 2 keywords. What are those? Constant and go to keywords. Presently not in use. Keyword can I use as an identifier? We cannot use as identifier. Okay. How many categories of literals are there? 6 categories of literals. First one, integer literal. Second one, floating point literal. Third one, character literal. Fourth one, string literals. Fifth one, Boolean literal. Sixth one, object literal. What are the Boolean literals? True, false. Object literal, null. True, false, null. Are these keywords? No, not keywords. Can I use as identifier? No. This is all you studied. Okay. You have to remember. Already told I'll conduct exams also. Okay. You have to remember. Exam also sudden test. I won't inform. That is also already told. Okay. Sudden test will be conducted. Those who came today, if you watch these 4 videos, you'll understand how it will be my class. Okay. Those who missed, those who came today first class, just if you watch those 4 videos, you'll understand how it will be my class. Okay. Everything I explained. About this course I explained, duration I explained, about notes, exams, and everything I explained. If you see those all, you'll understand how it will be further my class. Okay. Now, here today you are going to see data types. Note down. Next heading, data types. Data types. So identifiers, keywords, literals. 3 concepts you have seen. It is 4th concept, data types. Next, write it. A data type that determines what value variable can hold and what are the operations can be performed on variable. A data type that determines what value variable can hold and what are the operations can be performed on variable. A data type that determines what value variable can hold and what are the operations can be performed on variable. What is that? I'll explain. See, data type only decides what value variable should contain. Data type only decides what are the operations possible on that particular variable. For example, you observe. See, suppose if I write integer x, if I write, this is a variable, this is a data type. This data type only decides x should contain integer literal. On this x, all operations are possible. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulo division, all operations possible. 40 plus operations possible. 45 operators are there. So if it is int type, all operations are possible. So who will decide? This data type only decides. So this data type only decides what x should contain and what are the operations possible on x. Okay. And suppose if I write float, few operations not possible. And suppose if I write char, again all operations possible. Suppose if I write string, very few operations possible. So this data type only decides what this x should contain. So if I write int, X should contain integer literal. X should contain integer literal. On this X, all operations are possible. So if I write Boolean, it should contain Boolean literal. Boolean literal. Operations are not possible. Like that. The data type only decides. Suppose if I write only X, it is meaningless. So compulsory one data type required. That type only decides what this X should contain. The type only decides what are the operations possible on that X. That is called data type. A data type that determines what value variable should contain. That data type only decides what are the operations possible, what are the operations not possible. That is decided by data type. That is type of data type. So data type means not only type of data, operation possible or not also decided by data type. Okay. Next, write it. In Java, data types are divided into two categories. In Java, data types are divided into two categories. In Java, data types are divided into two categories. First one, primitive data types. Second one, reference data types. In Java, data types are divided into two categories. First one, primitive data types. Second one, reference data types. See, you have to learn subject logically. Logically, if you are strong, any program you can write. Any program, not only my programs, new programs also you can write. Okay. Up to that, you should have patience. Today only I'll start logical part. Tomorrow, more logical part will be there. Tomorrow. Okay. Because already told Saturday, 6 concepts: identifiers, keywords, literals, data types, variables, operator. If you know hundreds of logical code snippets, you can practice. These 6 only. If you learn. Okay. I'll teach. You should have a patience up to that. Now, in Java, data types are divided into two categories. First one, primitive data types. Second one, reference data types. This terminology may be different in different programming languages. Suppose C and C++, we are calling like a predefined data types, user-defined data types, and also basic data types, derived data types. That terminology, different programming language, different type. Java, we have to call like this only. Primitive data types, reference data types. Okay. Now, first category, primitive data types. No done. First category, primitive data types. No done. Primitive data types are predefined data types and these are named by keywords. Primitive data types are predefined data types and these are named by keywords. Nothing but all primitive data types keywords also. Okay. Primitive data types are predefined data types and these are named by keywords. Next, write it. There are 8 primitive data types and divided into 4 subcategories. First subcategory, integers. Second one, floating point numbers. Third one, characters. Fourth one, Boolean. There are 8 primitive data types and divided into 4 subcategories. There are 8 primitive data types and divided into 4 subcategories. First one integers, second one floating point numbers, third one characters, fourth one Boolean. Integers category, we have 4: byte, short, int, long. Floating point numbers, we have 2 data types: float, double. Characters category 1. Boolean category 1. These are keywords also. Small letters you have to write. Integers category 4 data types: byte, short, int, long. Floating point numbers category 2 data types: float and double. Characters category 1, that is char. Boolean category 1, that is Boolean. So 8 data types. Say 4 to 6, 7, 8. Okay. I'll explain. Second category, reference data types. This category, today you cannot understand. Just I'll give a list. This is later we'll study. Arrays, strings, classes, interfaces, dash, dash, etc. Arrays, strings, classes, interfaces, dash, dash, etc. So we can create our own data types. That's what I given dash, dash, etc. N number of we can create. We can create our own. Arrays, strings, classes, interfaces, dash, dash, etc. Today, you are going to see these 8 only. These all you will study later. Today, not possible. Okay, these all separate topics are there. Arrays, separate one class I'll take. Strings, 2, 3 classes I'll take. So classes, many classes you will see. Like that. Further we'll study. Okay. Today, you are going to see these 8 data types only: byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, Boolean. Like a C, C++, no need to learn Java. Somewhat different in Java. I'll explain why. See, if you want to use these data types, you have to learn variables also. So next heading, variables. Next heading, variables. A variable is a container which contains data. A variable is a container which contains data. I'll explain. First, just you write it. Declaration. Syntax. Data type. Variable. Semicolon. Example. Integer x. A variable is a container which contains data. A variable is a container which contains data. Declaration syntax. Data type variable. Int x. If I write, what will be happen is, for x, some memory allocated, 4 bytes memory allocated. In that memory, by default, 0 will be there by default. In C, C++, one number is going to be stored. That number we cannot predict. That number we are calling like a garbage value in C, C++. But in Java, garbage collector, one concept is there. You'll study further. Today not possible. Garbage collector, one concept is there. Garbage collector is a piece of software. That software inside the JVM will be there. that software collects the garbage. That's what no garbage in Java. You'll get a 0. The 0 called as default value. 0 called as default value. Like this. So if you write in Java int x, this x 4 bytes memory allocated. In that memory, by default, 0 will be stored. The 0 we are calling like a default value. Okay. But in C++, we are calling garbage value. But in Java, no garbage. Garbage collected by garbage collector. That's the reason garbage cleaned. That's what you'll get at 0. About garbage collector, we'll study in further sessions. Okay. This is declaration. If you write like this, for x 4 bytes memory allocated, in that memory 0 stored. The 0 called a default value. So a variable is a container which contains data. X contains 0. It is like a container which contains 0. That's what we are calling like a container. The word. Okay. They write this one. So if you write like this memory allocated. If you want to change the value, we can change. Initially, if you want to write one number, that is also possible. I'll show you. This is int x. If you write like this memory allocated, in that memory 0 stored, the 0 called as default value. Okay. This is declaration. For example, if you want to change the value, we are calling like a assignment. Assignment syntax. Variable equal to literal. Example, suppose x equal to 5. If I write. So already x value 0 is there. Now, if I write x equal to 5, this 0 modified as a 5. So if you write like this, memory allocated, 0 stored. If you write like this, 0 modified as 5. Now, initial value 0, later 5. But directly if you want 5, that is also possible. In a one-line integer x equal to 5, you can write. That is called initialization. Sometimes declaration assignment required, sometimes initialization required. But when we have to initialize, when we have to declare and later assign, that is we'll study in further sessions. Okay. Now concepts just you learn first. Declaration means this is. Assignment this is. Both in a one line if you write, that is called initialization. Okay. Just write this one also next. Initialization. Initialization syntax. Data type variable equal to literal. Example, int x equal to 5 if you write. So if you write like this, initial value only 5. Initial value only 5. Int x equal to 5. So int x equal to 5 if you write. So starting value only 5. Okay. See, int x equal to 5 if you write. For x, 4 bytes memory allocated. In that memory, 5 is going to be stored. This is initial value. Just you observe, whatever you studied up to here, just you observe, in a one line only, all concepts are present. Int x equal to 5. If I write one line, int x equal to 5. Now, just now you studied variables. in this line, which is variable? Which is variable? X is a variable. So it is variable. Before variables, you studied data type. In this line, which is data type? Int is a data type. Int is a data type. Okay. Before data types, you studied last class literal. Which is literal? Phi is a literal. Okay. Phi is a literal. Okay. Phi is a literal. Before this one, you studied keywords. Before literals, Saturday class. In this line, which is literal? Which is keyword? Primitive data types are keywords also given. So it is nothing but keyword. It is nothing but keyword. Okay, keyword. Now, if you write in this line, before keywords, you studied identifiers. Before keywords, identifier. Which is identifier? X is identifier also. So X is identifier also. Okay. See, in a one line only, 5 concepts are there. Identifier, keyword, literal, data type, variable. But still one more concept is there. Operator. This is not completed. This is called operator. See, in a one line, 6 concepts are there. But 5 concepts you studied, except operator. Okay. Say identifier, keyword, literal, data type, variable, operator. Every statement must be terminated with semicolon. That is syntax. So this semicolon compulsory in Java. Okay. That is syntax. See, in a one line only, 6 concepts are there. But you studied 5 concepts. First, you studied identifiers. For writing this variable name, you need to follow identifier rules. And primitive data types are keywords. You need to follow keyword rules also. Okay. Literals. Literals must follow literal rules. Like integer literal, positive number, negative number, 0. Floating point literal, point something, decimal part. And after that, character literal, single quotes, 1 character. String literal, double quotes, 1 character or many characters. Boolean literals, true, false. And object literal, null, like that. So all rules, all concepts, if you remember, then only this line is valid or not valid, you can give answer. Okay, each and every point, if you remember, then only you can give answer. Okay. So those who missed Saturday class also, just watch in a video, the recorded video, you'll get it. Okay. Because identifier, keywords, literals, these 3 I explained Saturday. Okay. Now this type of line cell, right? Which are valid, which are not valid, you have to give the answer. Okay. Now I'll write this type of lines. Which are valid, which are not valid, you have to give the answer. But before going to that, some all primitive data types, 8 data types I'll explain first. 8 data types I'll explain. After that, we'll see. Just write this one. In a one line, these 6 concepts are there. Just write this one. Int x equal to 5. Int is a keyword. X is an identifier. Equal to is an operator. Phi is a literal. X is a variable. Int is a data type. So each and every point, if you remember, then only you can give answers in a logical code snippets. Okay. Today only I'll start logical code snippets. Tomorrow more logics will be there. Tomorrow. Every class important only, you should be very regular. Okay. See, full stack Java, huge demand is there in the market. So as compared to Java, full stack Java, if you learn, opportunities, the double opportunity will become double, triple. Okay. Instead of only learning Java, you learn full stack Java. Full stack Java means already I told 5 modules. Java modules, database modules, UI technologies modules, and testing modules, development, security, and operations modules. Total 5 modules will be there. Not only Java. Full stack Java means not only Java. Database, testing, UI, development, security, operations. These all included in a full stack Java course. About full stack Java, those who absent, first class video you watch, you'll understand. Okay, what exactly full stack Java, you'll understand. Now, see, here in a one line, 6 concepts are there in a one line. Now, except operator, I explained. 5 concepts I explained. Identifiers, rules I explained. Keywords I explained. Literals I explained. Data types I explained. Variables I explained. Now, 8 data types assignments I'll give. Like assignment, initialization statements. See, initialization statements I'll give. I'll ask some questions, give me answer. Here, primitive data types. Just now I given primitive data types. Total, how many primitive data types are there? 8. These 8 divided into how many subcategories? 4. What is the first subcategory? Integers. In that integers category, how many primitive data types are there? 4. What are those? Byte, short, int, long. 4 data types. Byte, short, int, long. These 4 data types for storing integer literals only. For storing integer literals only, byte, short, int, long. Okay. What is second category? Floating point numbers. Floating point numbers, how many data types are there? 2 data types. What are those? Float and double. Float and double. These 2 data types for storing floating point literals only. Storing floating point literal, 2 data types are there. Okay. What is third category? Characters. How many data types are there? 1. That is char. That is for storing character literal. Character literals. Okay. First, last category, Boolean. Boolean category. Data type name also Boolean. For storing Boolean literal. Nothing but true, false. Okay. We have. But still, some more categories of literals are there. What are those? Other than these 4. String literals. Literals. Saturday class. Object literal. String literals, object literals. String literal, object literal comes under object oriented programming. Object oriented concepts still I didn't start. That is reference data types. That is later we'll see. So now you are going to see 4 categories of literals, primitive data types. These only you are going to see today. Okay. Now, every point important only you should remember. Suppose byte. Byte is a one data type. Okay. Byte is a one data type. This data type for storing integer literals. Say you studied integer literals, floating point literals, character literals, string literals, Boolean literals, object literal. 6 categories of literals you studied. First category of literal, integer literals. Integer literal, if you want to store, 4 data types are there. Byte, short, int, long. Suppose byte. Byte A equal to 1 number I'll write. It is valid. Suppose byte B equal to, suppose if I write 130, it is not valid. Reason, byte range minus 128 to plus 127. That is byte range. Minus 2 to the power of 7 to 2 to the power of 7 minus 1. This is no need to remember. That's what I didn't given. In C, C++ compulsory you have to remember. But Java not required. Reason, if you write out of range, automatically error comes. Compiler will remember. That's the reason no need to remember. In Java. In a C, C++ different. You'll get a wrong output. It will rotate. Negative numbers comes. That's what you have to by heart in C, C++. In Java not required. If you write out of range, automatically error. That's what no need to remember. So the range no need to remember. So actually byte range is minus 128 to plus 127. Minus 128 to plus 127 valid. Out of that range, if you write, error comes. So this is valid. This is error. 130, if you want to store, it is not possible to store in byte. Then we have to go for next data type, short. Short C equal to 130. It is valid. But short range minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. Minus 2 to the power of 15 to 2 to the power of 15 minus 1. That range only valid. So suppose by mistake, if you write 40,000, if you write, it's an error. Error comes, no need to remember. If error comes, change the data type. Okay. Then we have to go for int data type. Int e equal to 40,000. Now it is valid because int range is minus 2 to the power of 31 to 2 to the power of 31 minus 1. You will get it in crores. Okay. But int f equal to, suppose one number, this number, if it is out of integer range, error comes. In that situation, we can go for next data type, long. Suppose long g equal to this number, if it is out of integer range, here also error comes. But actually it should be valid. It should be valid. But here also error comes. In that situation, we have to write long h equal to the number, after this number, small l or capital L. If you write, then valid in Java. That's what this point also remember. Why they given like this is memory management techniques they applied. So actually in a programming, integer range only maximum is there. Even your mobile numbers also almost you can store. Okay. That's what long range is very rare usage. Long range. If you want to use long range, in that situation, if you suffix small l or capital L, then only valid. Then only it will be considered as long. Okay. If you write long data type, within the integer range is there, valid. Out of integer range is there, it must be suffixed with small l or capital L. Long literal. Integer literal, up to integer value, up to integer range, it is valid. Out of integer range is there, long literal must be suffixed with small l or capital L. This also you have to remember. Very basics only. Say, very basics also, logical questions, students are not giving answers. Theoretically, everyone is perfect. Okay. Logically, they are weak. That's what. Don't forget every point important only. See, here, this first one, it is valid. It is not valid. It is valid. It is not valid. It is valid. Okay. Here, if it is out of integer range, suppose out of int range, then not valid. Okay. Long. Here if it is out of int range, suppose out of int range and within long range, and within long range is there. Out of int range and within long range is there. Out of int range and within long range, then it is not valid. That means within the integer range is valid. Out of int range and within long range, not valid. And if out of int range within long range, then must be suffixed with small l or capital L. So note on this one. After this only I'll ask questions. You have to give answers. Okay. Just write this one. Here I'll give that point. Note. long literal must be suffixed with small l or capital L. Note down. This point, this all note down. All statements write it. So very basics also don't neglect. Very basics also don't neglect. If the number is out of integer range and within a long range, that is called long literal. Must be suffixed with small l or capital L. So every day I'll interact with you. You have to give the answers. Then only you'll get a subject. Okay. After teaching, I'll ask questions. You have to give answers. With that only you'll get a subject. That's what, how to learn Java. That is I explained. Day 2. Second day I explained how to learn Java. So out of integer range is there and within long range is there. That number must be suffixed with small l or capital L. That is also no need to remember. If error comes, write L. That's it. Error comes, write L. So very basics also don't neglect. Every point important only for logical code snippets. You have seen yesterday, Saturday class I explained. Identify rule. One rule if you forget also, you'll fail in software company exam. That is explained on example. You have to remember. So these ranges no need to remember. Okay. If out of range is there, automatically error comes. Then change the data type. Then change the data type. Okay. Here also, if error comes, just write small l or capital L, then valid. That means in the Java, up to integer range only valid. Explicitly, if you write small l or capital L, then only long valid. Okay. If out of integer range, the given default is int type. That is the reason like this. Okay. But no need to do research on L. No need to do research. If you want to do research on L, again, discrete mathematics subject also required to understand. But only one point, remember, out of integer range and within long range is there, that number must be suffixed with small l or capital L. That's it. Okay. Instead of here, you concentrate on object-oriented programming principles, it will be useful. There n number of days you work hard, it will be useful. Okay. Is it over? This is like a rule you remember. Now, these are integer literals. Float. Suppose float a equal to one number I am writing. It is error in Java. Your float literal must be suffixed with small f or capital F. Compulsory. But if it is double, valid. It is valid. So it is not valid. It is valid. It is valid. So left side float is there. Right side compulsory small f or capital F required in Java. So here note. Float literal must be suffixed with small f or capital F. It is compulsory. Float literal must be suffixed with small f or capital F. Float literal must be suffixed with small f or capital F. If you want to learn logics, more patience required. Okay? Like a theory means nothing. Like BTech 4 years, pages, theory only learn. That I realize. You work hard now, at least. If you don't work hard for logic, no use. Because if you want to get a job in MNC, logical skills only required. Okay? Software company written test also, and even system test also, interview also, logical skills only required. If you are perfect in logic, any program you can write. See, these basic fundamentals also, people are writing mistakes in a software company exam. See, that is, float is there, compulsory F required, otherwise error in Java. Okay? Float literal must be suffixed with small f or capital F. Is it over? Next, character. Char A equal to, suppose capital A, it is valid. Char B equal to 65, number also valid. Because between characters and numbers, communication code is there. That is called ASCII, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. I'll give. So, if you write a number 48, that output will be 0. If you write a number 49, that output will be 1. Like this, if you write a number 57, that output will be 9 digits. Like if you write a number 65, that output will be capital A. So if you print this one also, output capital A. If you print this one also, output capital A. Because 65 means capital A. 66, capital B. Like this only, 90, capital Z. This information also required, ASCII. 97, small a. 98, small b. Okay. Like this, 122, small z. So, 48 to 57, 0 to 9. 65 to 90, capital A to capital Z. 97 to 122, small a to small z. Okay. But still, some gaps are there. You observe. Starting ASCII value 0. 0 to 47 gap is there. After this, 58 to 64 gap is there. 58 to 64. After this, 91 to 96. 91 to 96. Gap is there. 123 to 255. Because ASCII values, these all. But these are special symbols. This is no one will ask. This is not required. So, you have to remember these three enough. If you remember these three, the remaining all you can give answers. This is not required. Okay. Right is all. So, you have to remember only these three. If you remember, you can give answers. 48 means 0. 65 means capital A. 97 means small a. These three, if you remember, remaining all you can give answers. Special symbols. These are not required. Special symbols. So 48 to 57 digits. 65 to 90 capital letters. 97 to 122 small letters. Remaining all special symbols. What are these means? ASCII. American Standard Code for Information Interchange. ASCII values. Communication code between characters and numbers. So characters and numbers communication is there. Number place character, character place number. If you write, it is valid. How it works is with this code works with this code only. So just you remember 3 points. 48 means 0, 65 means capital A, 97 means small a. That's it. Remaining not required. American Standard Code for Information Interchange. American Standard Code for Information Interchange. But this is English. But Telugu also character set is there. Hindi also character set is there. Worldwide all language possible in Java. So suppose if you want to display Telugu character set, we have to Google. The numbers are there. Telugu characters. I'll show you. So we can display Telugu output also in Java. We can display Hindi also, Tamil also, Kannada also, French, Japanese, world all language possible. So Telugu Unicode character set. If you type in Google, first is it over? See, just in a Google, if you write suppose if you want Telugu, Telugu Unicode chart, if you write, almost first one only comes, this one. See here, it is Telugu character set. Telugu character set. For this code will be there. This is, see, first letter Telugu if you want to display 0C05, we have to write. Then Telugu character is displayed. But what is 0C05? You know, number formats will be there. Binary, decimal, octal, hexadecimal. That is hexadecimal literal. 0C05. 0C05 number, hexadecimal number. So 0C05 hexadecimal. If you convert, you'll get a decimal number. So hexadecimal 16 power 0 into 5. 16 power 1 into 0, 16 power 2 into C, C nothing but 10 nothing but A, 11 nothing but B, 12 nothing but C, 12. You have to multiply. Then you'll get a one number. That number is Telugu letter. So Java supports Telugu also. If you want to display Telugu first letter, like this you have to write. Second letter this is. Third letter this is. Like this. Otherwise, here also chart is there. See, here. 0C05. See. Like this you can display. But number formats. That is number formats. It comes under wrapper classes topic. At that time we'll see. That is hexadecimal number. Okay. So, we can bring output in Telugu also. Any language. World all language. But writing program English only. Writing program Telugu not possible. Writing program English only. In future also may or may not. Okay. Writing programs are in English only. Output you can bring in Telugu. Okay. So these are characters related. In this you need to remember only 3. These 3 enough. No need to remember these all. Special symbol no one will ask. Okay. It is character literal. Last one Boolean. Boolean A equal to true. You can write. Boolean B equal to false. You can write. So characters, this is also valid. This is also valid. Boolean means like this valid, like this valid. Okay. Eight data types are given. Byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean. Now, few statements I'll write, which are valid, which are not valid. You have to give the answer. Okay, whatever I taught from that only. I'm not going to ask new question. Whatever I taught. Okay. See. I'll ask some questions. You have to give the answer. Now, first one, you observe. Boolean A equal to true. Is it valid or not valid? Give me answer. One minute. How many people answer valid? Raise your hand. Okay. 1 person, 2 person, 3 members. How many answer not valid? No. Why it is not valid? T we written capital letter. It should be small letter. So it is not valid. So invalid. Don't write. I'll get time for writing. First give answers. It is invalid. Okay. Right. Now second one. You observe. Boolean true equal to true. Valid or not valid? How many people answer valid? How many answer not valid? So valid also selected, not valid also selected. Okay. Now, those who given not valid, why it is not valid? This true is not a keyword. It is not a literal. We can use. I written T no, T capital no. So this true, I given true, false, null cannot be used as identifier, but small letters. It is T capital I given. So it is valid. See, these are confusion concepts only. Here true, if you write capital letter, it is invalid. But here if you write valid, it is now here it is here if I write that is literal or identifier. There if I write that is literal place. This is identifier place. You have to observe. Okay. Suppose Boolean true equal to false. Valid or not valid? See, you observe. People are giving valid, people not giving not valid. Now still one line code only is there. One line code only. Tomorrow 3-4 lines also will be there. Now my question, this line is valid or not valid? How many people answer valid? How many people answer not valid? Why it is not valid? This true reserved word, we cannot write as an identifier. So it is invalid. It is invalid. Okay. Fourth one. Okay. Fourth one. Character A equal to A. Is it valid or not valid? Say multiple answers come in. One line only you are giving valid, not valid. Tomorrow I'll show you different answers come. 1 minute. Online students also you have to respond in a chat box. Online students also you have to respond in a chat box. 1 minute. Now, online student also you have to raise the hand while asking. Okay. Now, how many people answer valid? Just raise your hand. Online students also. 28. Yeah, okay. Here 32 members valid. In offline, 2 members valid. Okay. Now, how many people answer not valid? So, majority people valid. Okay. Here online students also almost 50 they given. Now, but still many people not given answers. You observe. Okay. Here also few people not given answer. My eyes on everyone. Okay. So those who given not valid, why it is not valid? Character literal must be in single quotes. That's what not valid. Character literal must be in single quotes. Otherwise error. Okay. Now, fifth one. Character A equal to 65. Valid or not valid? Think yourself and give answer. Now, how many people answer valid? How many people answer valid? So in online, 7 members valid. Offline, no one is there. Okay, right. How many people answer valid? Not valid. Not valid. Okay. Why it is not valid? Here single quote we cannot write. Identifier rule. It is identifier place. So it is not valid. It is not valid. Okay. Just note on this all. Now it is one line only. Later 3 lines comes, 5 lines comes, 10 lines comes. Later calculation part also will be there. Confusion questions only, interview questions. Complicated questions only, interview question. On that only you have to focus more. Okay. According to identifier rule, you cannot write special symbols other than underscore dollar. That's what not valid. According to literal rule, it must be in single quotes. That's what not valid. According to identifier rules, true, false, null cannot be used as identifier. Here, this T capital, that's what valid. But according to literal rule, that should be small. That's what not valid. Okay. Confusion will be there. Those who are learning very first time programming language, for them confusion will be there. Okay. Those who are learning very first time Java or those who are new to programming language, confusion will be there. Definitely it will be there. Okay. But you have to learn subject like this only. Logical subject only required. Pages, theory, paragraph, theory, no use. Okay. Say, first one, it is not valid because it is literal. Literals, true, false, null must be in small letters. That's what error. That is not valid. But here, this true is T capital I given. That is not reserved. You can write. Okay. But here, this true reserved word, we should not use as an identifier. But here, this A must be in small single quotes. Okay. Here, according to identifier rules, special symbols not allowed. That's what error. Okay. So like this, n number of we can write. N number of. Now, here one more concept is there. Say, byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean. 8 data types are there. Now, your type conversion concept is there. Byte to short, byte to int, byte to long, byte to float, byte to double, again byte to char, byte to boolean. That is 7 conversions. But like that, total how many data types are there? 8. 8 into 7. So total 56. 56 conversions. One type can assign to other type. 56. In 56, 14 conversions. Not possible. It is not possible. Error. Remaining 42. In 42, 19 always valid. Remaining 23. Error comes, but we can solve. Here error comes, even we cannot solve. But which are 14, which are 19, which are 23, how to remember and how to use, I'll explain in tomorrow class. There more logical part. Now, one line only you have seen now. Tomorrow, 2-3 lines. Type conversion. Assigning one type to another type. This chart, 56. One simple technique is there. That technique, if you remember, 56 code snippet, you can give answer. Now, I'll teach only 3. You'll give answer 56. Possible. I'll teach only 3. Only 3 I'll teach. Remaining 53, you can give answer. It is possible. Techniques are there. You have to learn. Okay, simple techniques. Techniques, if you learn, you can write. You can give answers. So, out of 56 code snippets, myself, I'll teach only 3. 4th one onwards, up to 56, you'll give answer. It is possible. We'll see in tomorrow class only. Okay, we'll see continuation tomorrow. Be regular. Every class is important only. Okay, those who missed remain previous sessions, you watch those videos. Okay. Tomorrow we'll see continuation. So online student, just wait 5 minutes. If you have any doubt, you can ask now. Yeah, 1 minute. In Java, long literal must be suffixed with small l or capital L. Float literal must be suffixed with small f or capital F. Yes, compulsory. Core Java course content. Complete core Java, I'm going to cover. No need to worry about subject. Multi-threading, synchronization, collections, generics, and lambda expressions, like method references, everything I'll cover. Don't worry about subject. Course content is available in website also. Today, first class means you just refer these 4 videos. Yeah, HTML batch, Oracle batch, I'll inform. Yeah, admins, you can contact these numbers or WhatsApp these numbers. Non-technical doubts. What is the difference between float and double? Float is a one data type, double is a one data type. If out of float range is there, we can go for double. Tomorrow I'll repeat, don't worry. Meaning of float is a one data type. That is, you'll understand tomorrow. Type conversion concept is there. Byte plus byte if you add. You'll understand tomorrow class. Floating point number means point decimal part. This is I explained in the day 4 class. Java 11 features I'll teach. Java 17 features also I'll teach. Java 17 also I'll teach. Okay. Yeah, Oracle UI technologies, multiple batches will be there. No need to worry about that. Even if timing is not suitable, other batches also will be there. Remaining classes I'll inform. No need to worry. Yeah, if even suppose 4 o'clock HTML batch started, even if you are got a mail means you can continue, and even multiple batches will be there. Tomorrow with this link only you can join. So these videos just you can take a snap or a screenshot, you'll get it. Yeah, same time, 7 o'clock. Other classes, different timings will be there. I'll inform. Floating point number compulsory or to suffix, otherwise error. Yeah, if you need only core Java also you can join. You can call to these 2 numbers or WhatsApp these 2 numbers. Yeah, if you want only core Java also you can join. If you want full stack Java also you can join. Float suffix is not a new feature. It is JDK 1.0 feature. JDK 1.0. Yeah, placements also provided. Placement assistance will be there. You can contact admin. Yeah, HTML batch, Oracle batch, I'll inform. Multiple batches will be there. Even if you miss these classes, HTML batch, Oracle batch, other batches will be there. No need to worry. So here we have a 5-6 members team to cover this complete full stack Java. Okay. We'll see continuation tomorrow at 7 o'clock. If any technical doubts are there, you can mail to my mail ID. Non-technical doubts are there, you can contact admin. This is my mail ID. So if you have any technical doubt, you can mail to my mail ID. If you have any non-technical doubt, you can WhatsApp to these numbers, admins. Yeah, other batches will be there. HTML batch, Oracle batch, other batches will be there. Multiple batches will be there. If you miss one class, other class also you can join. No need to worry. Any other doubt? Yeah, Isaac. What is your doubt? Last 4 videos you want, you can use this. You can just click these links, you'll get it. Take a screenshot. Classroom link, you'll get it. After 1-2 days, you'll get it. Up to 255 ASCII code, 256 onwards Unicode, other language code. That is only I have shown Telugu characters also. Yeah, these 4 videos, last videos, you can see. These videos you can copy. You can take screenshot. Yeah, depends upon your interest. Java and Python at a time, depends upon your hard work. You can. Yeah, you can call to these 2 numbers or you can WhatsApp to these numbers. Non-technical doubts. In this course, full stack Java means 5 modules will be there. Java modules. This is day 1 video I given. You can watch this video. Myself, I'm going to handle core Java, advanced Java. Other faculties will handle remaining. Non-technical doubts, you can call to these numbers or WhatsApp to these 2 numbers. Java also booming in the market. Python also booming in the market. Yeah, projects, advanced Java project like a J2EE project will be covered. Data structure with Java, it is separate course. It is not included in Java, this full stack Java. Java also booming, Python also booming. If you want to develop internet application, select Java. If you want to develop artificial intelligence application, go for Python. Both are booming. Yeah, multiple classes, 3 classes. If you join, this course will finish in 4 to 5 months. About day 1 video you watch, you'll understand. Yeah, internet application means websites only. Yes. Day 1 video, if you watch, you'll understand. I explained, very clearly explained. Yes, 6 years experience people also. Yeah, you can switch to full stack Java. Only core Java duration, it will take 60 to 70 days. Okay. We'll see continuation tomorrow at 7 o'clock.